Welcome back, my friends, to TFT Hyper Roll with Autarch as we continue looking at 3-star forecasts. So I kind of stumbled into this match from a comment that was left on a video, and I'll mention that in a moment. First, let's look at the first set of augments. Golden Remover is probably the best one here because it'll allow me to switch items around, and since as of this moment I'm not sure what build I'm going to do, I just go ahead and go with that. Heavenly has been having a little bit of a resurgence lately. I see a lot more people using it, and it's been pretty successful. And Robert Barnes had made a comment on a video saying that they were using Heavenly Reaper, and it was working pretty well for them. Now, I had tried it several times with really no luck getting there, and it's not a reflection on the build. It might work for some people and not for others. This whole season is incredibly inconsistent because of the RNG factors. And I was really hoping for a tier here so I could make blue buff, but no such luck. But we can go ahead and put the tier on Sraa and then put the Sunfire Cape on Malphite. It might move later. That's why we have the Golden Remover. And part of the reason this build didn't work for me is because there was so much competition for Reapers. Between Dryad Reaper and Umbral Reaper, it was really hard to land all of the Reapers at the right time. Plus, competition for Heavenly made it even trickier. It is time for our second set of augments, and Healing Orbs isn't terrible, but we're going to roll Shock Treatment and Cybernetic Bulk, and then decide. Crash Test Dummies, it's just not as good this season as it was last season, so I didn't want to risk rolling Healing Orbs and having nothing, so I just went with the Healing Orbs. I found in every Heavenly build, probably Sraa being one of the most important mid-game champs. She is going to stop people from casting and put out a lot of damage. She can really ruin your day when you're opposed to her. And like the many other times I tried this build, I'm having a lot of trouble getting up to 2-star Reapers. I have 1-star Kindred, the 1-star Yone, and the 2-star Kha'zix, but he alone isn't really strong enough. We did manage to 2-star the Yone and get a Titan's Resolve on him. Even though he's been nerfed and it's been nerfed a little bit, it's not really that significant, but maybe it would have held up a little bit better in the old system. I don't think so in this case. With 3-star Caitlyn, it was over from the start. It's time for the final set of augments, and absolutely no hesitation, straight to new recruit, because there's nothing that's going to do better. I would not risk on Golden Egg, and I could not think of a single one that was going to be superior. We finally get Kane, which is now going to at least give us the 4 Reapers, and we can start loading him up with items. We have the Golden Remover, but I haven't used it yet. I should be moving the Sunfire Cape over to Nico, since she's a slightly better tank than Malphite. Once you get to 4 Reapers, you do have a slight power spike because of the bleed. Presuming Sraa is up at 2 stars and well itemized, you should start to do okay. We did manage to 3-star the Nico, so finally made use of the Golden Remover and moved the Sunfire Cape over to her because she will be a more effective tank. However, teams like this, well, you're gonna have a little bit of a hard time getting through them. We managed to get a Dragon's Claw on Nico so she can be a little tankier, and then went with the Giant Slayer on Kane instead of the Infinity Edge, simply because he already should have enough crit just from the skill and the Last Whisperer that we put on him. It is time for an item choice, and I'm really hoping for something for Kane or for Sraa, but I like Edge of Night, but not enough to not take Ionic Spark and put it on Nico just to complete her as a tank. This particular fight is kind of meaningless for the overall game just because win, and I have 1 life left, lose, I also have 1 life left, but it could help with positioning, so winning, at least I'll only go down to 0. And this is ultimately what I find to be the key pretty much to this whole season. There is 2 more Kanes. We can give up on the 3-star Sraa at this point. All we need is 1 more Kane for us to get the gold 3-star Kane. And if we get that, we have a legit chance at victory. Otherwise, we're probably out in the next round. So, do we get it? Yeah, right there. We're done. And Kane is now gold 3 stars, so we're going to have a good shot with it. Item-wise, With Kayn, you can go a lot of different ways, but mostly AD is the best, and we don't have a great AD item here. But we can make use of the Hextech Gunblade, we can remove it if we need to, and we get the Wukong we want in order to complete our Heavenly. At 3 stars with 4 Reapers, Kayn is a monster, and you will see how quickly he just starts eating through the opposing team, getting very quickly into their backline. And instead of being knocked out right here, say it with me, we are now into the top 4 and can make an item choice. And at this point, might as well add some onto Sraa, so we can go with the Archangel Staff, put that on her, so she will gain more power throughout a match. And to me, that gold 3-star 4 cost really is the price that you have to pay to secure victories. And again, not all the time. Oftentimes, I will see multiple people with gold 3-star 4 costs in the final fights. And as Kayn chews through the competition, we run into someone who has a whole lot of gold 3-star champs, just not a 4 cost 3-star. So that is going to change things. You can see Kayn is barely taking any damage at this point thanks to the Hextech Gunblade. And into the 1v1 we go against the same person. Lots of gold 3 stars. Again, not the 4. It carried them here, which is good, but it's not enough to secure the victory because Kayn is going to reap their entire team, and it's GG for everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video and this run through 3-star 4 costs, and as always, have an absolutely awesome day.